Sorry, do you regret walking into Iran? For the hikers.
We never walked into Iran.
No.
Oh, we can't really talk about that.
I think of Shane as very, I think the word gentleman is used very loosely these days. And I think about him in that context. He's very much a gentleman. He's very respectful of all people, including women, other cultures. He's very compassionate. He's really taken seriously. His life's work is to do what he does, and that's bridge gaps and fight for other people's rights, put on paper what he sees. His way of helping is his photojournalism, and he's really taken that very seriously. He worked with children of families, of parents actually that were killed during wars, and he became, he's constantly, he's against any conflict. That's the bottom line. Shane's against war, and he's seen the ravages of war. He's seen children left homeless. He saw children that were literally living in huge cardboard boxes without parents, and that made a big impact on him. He's seen the very negative aspects of war, and he doesn't think it's necessary. And frankly, our U.S. backs many of these issues, and he's made it his work to let people know the negative impact of our U.S. government getting involved in Middle Eastern countries in respect to war and invasion. Yeah, he went to visit Tristan a few times. The last time only a few weeks, I think, if not only a week before he went on his trip to Kurdistan. He went to visit Tristan, who was wounded in protest against the invasion of Israel to Gaza. And Tristan was a very good friend of his. He knew Tristan from the Bay Area, and actually I've seen a few pictures of the going away parties for Shane and Sarah that Tristan was involved in. He has great respect for Tristan, and it was a very sad day when this injury happened, and he went in support along with Sarah and Nora early on, right after his injury, to support his family in the hospital, and also again with Sean later before he went on the Kurdistan trip. So that made a big impact on Shane, and he's very passionate about assisting the Palestinian people in fighting their cause. He thinks there's a huge injustice there, and Shane always tries to help where there's injustice. Shane, is working for peace, not for disharmony, and he's told that to me a few times also. Is he doesn't want anything about their detainment in Iran to cause upheaval between countries, or to endanger anybody. He doesn't want, I know he doesn't want to affect Middle Eastern countries. He doesn't want to put them at odds with each other. He also doesn't want to cause bigger disharmony between the United States and the Middle East. So he would be the last one that would want to be instrumental in any disharmony in any way. That's totally against who he is. He's very, passionate about just the opposite. So he would hate to be involved in anything different than that. He did say, "Mom, I'm going to continue to do what I do." And I think he said that I think the main reason was, I'm going to come home, I'm going to take a breath, I'm going to get through this, but I want you to know I'm still going to be advocating for what I advocate for. And I think he wanted to give me that heads up because he wanted me to know that, he's not going to quit doing what he does, and he doesn't want me to worry about that. Shane's felt, I think, real open to talk to me about what he does because he knows that I support what he does, and I'm not sitting at home wringing my hands worrying about my son being in the Middle East.
Bam, bam,